and it's telling us something. Even the name itself is telling you something. And as a student body, it's not that like we're not talking to them. We talk to them anytime we see them, and we have access almost in all the schools thanks to the principals in talking to them. But here when it comes to this issue, and some of them, when you ask them, they will tell you we are no more students. And this is what they tell you, we are no more students, we are no more in the system, so we do whatever we like. But I want young people of this country, most especially students, to understand that we all have a take in national development. And in this issue, anything that we are to do, anything that we are to develop has to go with high level of discipline. And we going further to extend this, and I don't know whether the support will be there, and I'm very sure that the support will be there. To our own level, we going on to say that there should be a total ban to this. If the promoters want to organize such programs, let them liaise with school authorities. Because I know there is no school in this country that will entertain secret location programs. So why are they, and worst of all, they have pictures of most of these schools. What right do they have to go to the extent of putting these pictures, putting these pictures on their posters? Because if someone look at this, someone who is not a Gambian or someone who is out there, look at this and see this uniform, this is not a school uniform. These are uniforms that they decide to have for themselves, that they decide to have to be able to organize these programs. The day that the grade 9s finish their exams, we met with some of them, and some of them will cut their uniforms to be very short, most especially girls, and they will put on what they call, I don't know, stocks, and stockings, stockings. And these are issues that are not to the interest of the country. And the issue of parents coming on board, what we connect to this is what we realize that the issue is going out of hand. Every year in September, and I know Mr. Ba will be a witness to this, if you go to the ministry, you see parents in and out looking for scholarships. Why is it that parents don't do the same thing in going to schools to know how their kids are doing? If you attend PTA meetings, you feel very much disappointed for the simple fact that a school will have population of 2,000, you will have less than 500 on the ground. And parents are not coming on board. And if you ask them, they will tell you there is no time. And we want to go with the proverb that put your mouth where your money is. And if you go to the extent of asking parents, some of them will tell you what I can do is to pay the school fees or give him or her lunch to go to school. Now you're not coming to the school. And I know if at all parents were coming to schools, this would not have happened. Because you will be able to understand and know that these are programs coordinated by this school. These are programs that are not coordinated by the school. But students will come and tell you, soon our school have a program. And you will end up giving him or her money to go. And it's the same parents that will sit out there. And as I am speaking to you, most of them are saying that this school should not organize this. But failure to understand that these are not programs coordinated by schools. But now we come to the promoters. Even looking at their posters, one will guess to say a program whereby first 500 people are given free entrance. How many students do you expect to see on that program? And at the end of the day, you don't go to any school and see any of these promoters contributing immensely to the development of education, which is attaching it to their own personal interest. And students, as students, we should understand what is to the interest of an individual is not to the interest of the public. And what is to the interest of the public is the interest of all of us.
Exactly.
Yeah, and if you have these promoters on board, their sisters will not be there. Their brothers will not be there. Yes, why is it that then you want to, other students, other people's brothers and sisters coming on board?
Exactly.
Getting into issues that are not to our own interest. And you will not allow your brother or your sister to be there. This is where we have to come back to the drawing board and understand that the country can only develop with the young generation. And with the developments that we have, and as young people, we have to understand that with the current generation, our current leaders, they're doing extremely well. And we are looking up to them. We want to be like them. And the country should be handed over to young people that are ready to develop it. But not young people that are going to at least retard the development that have taken place. And how can we do this? We cannot do this without discipline. We cannot do this without dialogue. We understand that we should take the culture of dialogue to be a key. But how on earth can you talk to people if you're not seeing them? And they spend most of this time, and what we get to understand is, even at times when you get to schools, you ask them, they will tell you a result of a particular guy is here for 2 or 3 years. You know, the student will not come and collect it, the parent will not come and collect it.
Okay.
But what we appealing to students is like our interest should be how to develop this country.
Okay. My dear viewers, just to remind you, you're watching Education Forum on GRTS on the grade 9 and grade 12 passing out celebrations. And over to you, Mr. Mohamed Jabi. Mr. Jabi, I understand you're the chairman of the Conference of Principals of Upper Basic School. I understand it's a body that is in charge of the schools. Now, what is your own take on these celebrations?
This morning, since when we received the letter almost a week ago from the Permanent Secretary's office, we did speak to all our regional coordinators. We have about 167 members in the Conference of Upper Basic Schools. We were able to consult them, Mr. Kanute of Region 6, and Baro Bojang of Region 4, and Mr. Njai of Region 3, Mr. Dabo of Region 2, and Marian of Region 1. As the PS first said, this thing is going on from one region to another, and he said it seems that it's coming from Region 1 ends and then going down to the other regions. I'm very sad to tell you, PS, that this thing has gone up to all those regions. In fact, according to them this morning, some of them, when they finish, not only cutting their uniforms, but they start burning them. That is becoming the worst. And before going further also, I would like to recognize the role of the GRTS, because on the whole, when you're looking at the program, you like looking at it, but on the whole, lot of work is going on behind the program. So we would like to thank you for that. PS, that is what is happening. Some regions started, when they are finishing grade 12 or grade 9, they start burning their uniforms. To me, the worst thing about that is about 20 children will sit to this grade 9 examination, 20,000. If each of these 20,000 children can donate their uniform to the schools, if a donor should come and donate 20,000 uniforms, we'll be talking about it for long. But what of the students themselves? Take out your uniform, clean it, iron it, and bring it to the school and say as a donation. There'll be blessing in whatever undertakings you have taken in your life. But PS, organizing a program called Pasara Pasara. You see, Pasara Pasara in itself, PS. You see, let's put it, either a Wolof language, or a Mandinka language, or a Mandako language. Pasara Pasara is spoiling yourself. All right. If you Pasara yourself. Now, sometimes when things goes for long, I think it looks fun. But let's put it this way. You've gone grade 1 to grade 9. You prepare yourself to go to grade 10. From grade 10, you've gone to grade 12. Preparing yourself for the university to go further. And this country should be handed over to you. And you passer yourself one night. What would you be? Do we want to hand over this country to people who passer themselves? That shouldn't happen. And at this moment, as I said, if we should donate 20,000 uniforms to our schools, and then the principals know very well in their schools that there are those who go to school in rags. We know it's happening in rags. You look at them as a principal, you look at them. You know these are people who need that. You can pick one of those secretly and give it to those people. It will be of value to the schools, value to education, and value to your very self who donate those materials. As he said, sometimes when they also finish these grade 9s, they will write on the walls words that is a public media that we should not use. Writings on the walls at times tells you how disciplined our children are. You want to settle scores with the teacher who have been trying to teach you from grade 7 to grade 9 or from grade 10 to grade 12. The only word that you have that person is to tarnish that person's name on the wall.